I'm a childless woman, so I'm not even useful as a grandmother. I don't even own a cat. Sorry, J.D. Vance. But I think I'm a Christian. I'm an aspiring Christian, which means that I try to follow Jesus. And what really gets my goat is people who say they're Christians and do not follow Christ. Jesus never once asked us to worship him. Never once. You can check the Gospels from start to finish. And dear God, MAGA Christians, I wish you would, because he asks us to follow him. He asks us to follow him in loving people, taking care of the dispossessed, and in healing. Many years ago, I went to our family vicar and asked whether I could be eligible for ordination. If you can see this thing moving down here, I may not have a cat, but I have a beagle who's currently eating a paper handkerchief and will probably show herself any minute and become the star of the show. However, I go to the vicar and say, could I be considered for ordination? He goes, oh no, you're one of those new age healers. We couldn't possibly allow you to become a Christian minister. This is ridiculous. Jesus was a healer. Jesus loved. Jesus taught us to love God, to love our neighbor as ourselves, and probably to love our beagle, even if she insists on eating our paper handkerchiefs. MAGA Christianity, right-wing Christianity, is all kindergarten Christianity. It's no wonder that people turn away from Christianity in droves. It's no wonder that people can't hack the idea of Christianity because it's been sold as a religion of law where we have to go and police other people's behavior. No, Jesus said, follow me. He did not say, worship me. According to right-wing Christians, God's greatest mistake is that he doesn't seem to be policing his own terms and conditions. There are 613 of them in the Hebrew Testament, 613 terms and conditions, and God does not police one of them. So if we think we've got to go out, we think we are better than God in policing those terms and conditions. It's ridiculous. It's daft. And it won't do. This is time for people who follow Jesus, or at least attempt to follow Jesus, because I'm a rotten Christian. I do my best to follow Jesus, but I still tell fibs sometimes. I'm not necessarily a good woman. I try, and every day I fail, and every morning I get up and I start again, and I try to fail better, because I want to follow this good man who taught us how to take care of the dispossessed, the poor, the lost, the lonely, and the wounded. I'm not here to tell you what to think, but I am here to make you think. And I'll also say, don't believe a word I say. That's important. Go and check out those Gospels themselves, because they will tell you what Jesus was. And one thing Jesus was not was a Christian. Christianity was invented by St. Paul. Jesus was a good Jew. So if we are going to follow Jesus, we have to be kind, we have to be loving. We cannot be racist, we cannot be homophobic, we cannot be misogynistic, because Jesus was none of those things. We can follow St. Paul, he was a great mystic, but he wasn't as good as Jesus. So I'm going to be doing a series of videos about what Christianity was meant to be. And I have studied this for years and years and years, since the day that I was told that my dying first husband was going to hell because he wasn't a Christian. Christianity is meant to be simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Christianity is love. If anybody comes to you and purports to be a Christian and does not treat you with love, compassion, discernment, and kindness, they're lying.